video. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with what I think. So personally, I feel like was she on point with some things? I do feel like during the talking stage, it is really hard to like connect with somebody while you're having sex unless that person is very emotionally mature, because I think what comes into play is a lot of what society has us thinking, like, oh, you gave it up so quick, or then you have sex so quick that that's all that person can wrap their mind around. You know what I mean? All the cute stuff ends, all the fun dates and shit like that ends, and it's just like, you coming over, you coming over, you coming over.
Yes.
But like we also said, I don't agree with the pick me nature of it. But I will say, like, what do you think about the fact that, like, how do you feel about the whole dating situation? Like, could you go from talking stage and sleeping with somebody, or do you think it's best to not sleep with somebody during the talking stage?
Honestly, I feel like I've been both sides before. Obviously, I've dated. I'm gonna be 28 in less than a month, so you experience both ends of it. Personally, me, I do like to talk to someone for a while before sleeping with them. Gotcha. However, has a one night stand not happened? Yes. 9 times out of 10, though, my one night stands ended up in a relationship.
Okay. What does that tell you?
That people should have more one night stands. Like, no.
Real shit.
I don't think that people should be judged for that anymore. Yeah. And I think that people are kind of straying away from that anyways in our generation. People are like, people gonna sleep on the first date. So many guys are like, I have guy friends too that are like, being with someone on the first night or the first week, it really doesn't matter. And someone could ghost you and dog you, and you made them wait 3 months. Regardless, you could have found out, sooner if you had just done it the first night. Then you'd see what he really was. But now you waited 3 months to give it to him, and now he ghosts you.
I agree with that. I have to say, and I 100% agree with the part you said, that it really doesn't matter because somebody can show up and be a fuckboy in the beginning or show up and be a fuckboy at the end. Mm-hmm. I one time had somebody kind of like, now it wasn't like a consistent dating situation, but it was like on and off, and it went along for around a year, and then we finally had sex. And that nigga still, I mean, he ended up being something very special to me, but that nigga still played. And I've had sex on one night, and that person, we had an amazing time, had an amazing couple months. They're not still here, but you know what? For the time being, they came back. And it was fun.
You had a time.
And we had a time. But you just never know. And I 100% agree with that. Like, I think the part that I respect is she's 100% right when it comes to kind of just waiting it out, because like Maya Angelou said that a long time ago, like, you need to, like, basically, how does she put it? Believe who people say they are. Or, I'm sorry, believe who people show you they are and not who they say they are. Right. So, like, if somebody is showing you throughout the talking stage, like, that they're worthy of your love, that they're worthy of what you can offer to them, then that makes sense. Like, okay, like, let me take my time, let me get to know more about them, because you might see some red flags and you might be like, And by all means, save yourself a body, because who wants a useless body? Especially if it's not good.
Oh, my.
If it's not good, now that's another conversation. But at the same time, when we go into that pick-me culture, which I think we want to dig into as well, it kind of... So it's like I have mad respect for the video, but then at the same time, I don't love that we kind of got into this part of like, oh, because you don't want everybody to say they've been able to have you, and you don't want, like, I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say.
That part. And I feel like it's kind of belittling, like, our generation, women are working on women empowerment. Like, who cares? My business is what my business is. As long as my pH balance is on point, my health is all right. I go to my OB-GYN regularly. I know that I am safe and I'm being responsible. Why is it your business?
We got to cheers to that. That's that shit right there. That's some shit that I would say. That's how I feel about it 100%. Because when it comes down to it, you're sitting there worried about the wrong things. What that man say? You think it's small. You need to think big, bitch. You need to be thinking bigger, bitch.
You need to be thinking big.
Because the big picture is, if you're worried about body count, if you're worried about how many people have actually touched your woman, or how many people can actually say that they've had a sexual intercourse with your woman, they're worried about the wrong things. You need to be worried about the woman you're sleeping with. How many times has she been checked? How often does she get checked? You should be making sure that you're not having sexual intercourse with her, and basically you don't even know, like, where she's been, or if she's using protection. Like, you need to make sure you're protecting yourself at all times. Worry about the right things. Don't worry about the wrong things. The wrong things are like, oh, how many people have touched her? You can meet one girl who might have had maybe only like 3. What did J. Cole say? You got to multiply that by 3. So we'll go with 3. You can meet a girl that only has 3 bodies. And then you can meet a girl who has maybe 10. And the girl who has 10 might have gotten checked maybe, I don't know, once every year, once every 6 months if she's really smart. she's on point with it. And the one who has only maybe 3 feels like she trusted all the men that she's been with.
Because it was only 3.
Because it was only 3.
Oh, it's 3. Yeah.
And she don't feel the need to do nothing about it. And guess what? The one who has 3 could be the one who's carrying
XYZ.
Thank you. So it really doesn't make a difference. It's neither here nor there. Vaginas, by the way, too, because I know some of you are going to be like, oh, the wide set vaginas, these bitches' vagina walls be going. The walls and the penis, amount of penises that go in them have nothing to do with it. A lot of you are not big dick niggas. I'm just going to say it.
Ooh,
I'm going to say it. A lot of your dicks are not fucking up the walls of anybody's vagina, okay? If anything, your dicks are hitting the middle the way it needs to, but to be that arrogant that you think that your dick can change the shape of a vagina, you got to be a different type of confidence, cocky type of nigga. But
facts. Very much facts.
But yeah, that's the only thing I really didn't like about her video. I think for me, like, and this is the first time I actually ever said that, like, I didn't like somebody's video. Usually with videos, I'm like in love with them, but I think when it got to the part where it was like about the body count and it just felt like it was for the male gaze.
Yeah, it felt like it was just like typical one of those videos women put out and like all the men eat it up and they're like, yeah, this is the standard. Like, you know, when men were saying Aisha Curry or, you know, whoever, like, you need to be like this person. No one needs to be like anybody. I'm me, and every situation is different. So therefore, don't put me in a box.
No, be yourself.
You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
don't box me, because
a girl who has 3 bodies could be more of a hoe than someone who has 7 because of how she carries herself and the type of niggas she is even, in, you know, having sexual relations with.
And even the term hoe, like, it needs to be embraced more. Like, I hate to say it, but, like, even when we say hoe, it's kind of like, what do you mean hoe? Like, what kind of hoe? Be specific. Be specific.
Right. Was your mama hoe? Right. Is your mama hoe?
What does your daddy say about your mama? Let me know that.
Are they together? Answer me that.
I agree with that. I have to say, all in all, like, when it comes down to the whole, like, pick me culture, I moved to the beat of my own drum and moved to the beat of my own rules. We talked about, like, you briefly said that, like, you're all about the sexual health and, like, how is everything going with you? I don't believe in double standards, and I don't believe in the male gaze. And I feel like what this video did was kind of try to, at the end, in the beginning, I felt was 100% with her. At the end, I was like, oh, this is kind of getting towards that male gaze.
I was like, oh, yes. And then I was like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Shorty lost me. Because no one needs to know my body count.
It's 2022.
If you're a man in 2022 and you're grown, okay, and you're still asking a woman her body count, ask your mom hers. Oh. Thank you. Come again.
Ask your mama. Ask your mama what she used to do back in the day.
Okay, seriously, because they was having
Freaknik.
What was your mom doing at Freaknik? How did she meet your dad? Do you have your mom's last name or your dad's last name? Don't make me go into it, because
I want answers.
Judge your mom, not me.
I want answers.
I'm gonna put that on a shirt. Judge your mom, not me.
Exactly. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Judge your mama. And, like, one other thing I have to say about the male gaze too. When it comes down to it, I feel like in 2022. Women are doing things for themselves. These long ass lashes that you see on females, we know that y'all don't give a fuck. We do that because we like it.
I am gonna say the long is just it be killing my vibe. Some of y'all look like you're gonna fly away. Like, it's just giving tacky. But that's just my personal opinion. Do what you please.
I'm not mad at it. But I'll say, like, women are doing more shit for them. Like, so the idea that we would be trying to keep our body count low. I actually just said this to my mom recently because me and my mom getting real crazy conversations.
Me and my mom get deep.
Do
okay?
ya?
My mom be like, I'll be like, Mom, like, yeah, you know, I've been seeing this guy, and, you know, we slept together. She's like, was it good?
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, yeah, it was. Or it was terrible. I'm never calling him again.
That's that best friend mom
my mom
shit.
is
like,
my best friend. Yeah, yes, we keep it a stack with each other. And we don't get too, like, crazy, but, like...
No, it's respectful, but it's honest.
Some of the talks we have, girl, she be like, you don't want to drink off me today.
I'm done. Now, okay.
And I'll be like, respect. I appreciate you telling me that.
Thank you for the hands up. No, I said to my mom, I said, you know, back in the day, people had to worry about stuff like that. People had to worry about how many men they slept with, or women were scared to have multiple baby daddies. Like, it was like, oh my gosh, it's in a row to have multiple baby daddies. And what it basically built the world around was like, stay with this one man who could be dogging you out.
But because you don't want more bodies, stay with this man that's giving you the bare minimum or mediocre. And I will never.
I will not. I will tell you this much, baby. If you fuck up, you will be replaced by the end of the week.
Not the end of the week, the end of the day. Ask my best friends. My best friends know. By the end of the day, you could be gone.
By the end of the day. See?
Bye.
See, the turnarounds are quicker these days.
Ain't nobody got time.
I'm not working shit on. I'm not staying for something.
What? I don't need to heal. I'm not Wolverine.
I'm done. I didn't even see that.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yes. People was like, I need to heal. I mean, I'm not making it a joke out of healing and stuff, but like,
But no,
if
yeah.
a man you're dissatisfied and he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, X, Y, Z, and
Exactly.
you know, you see a red flag or whatever makes you not want to date him no more, bye. I will go on a date with another nigga the same day because
Yes.
I can, and I do that. I literally am living the life of a
Hey.
bachelorette. I feel
Okay.
like.
Look, we going from cheers to high fives. I fuck with this. Okay.
Because, I mean, my friends know, especially if you're my close friends, I'm very, like, honest and open about me going on dates with men. Like, I'm not saying I'm sleeping with every man, but I went to dinner with this man. I went to lunch with this one earlier, and then tomorrow I might go with someone else.
And
I
if
am
you were
dating.
sleeping with them, that's perfectly fine. Live
That
your
too.
life.
I'm not, but
I was like,
you know. But I feel like that's what dating is. People are getting confused in our generation, I think, with what dating is too.
yeah, no,
Like,
no, 100%.
dating is like, back in the day, it was like you're being courted by multiple men and the best man wins. So, you know, buckle up. Get ready for the game.
Get ready for the duel.
If you want to win, then do what needs to be done and you won't get replaced.
I'm here for it.
Period.
So I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Because I feel like we got into another little subject there. So you've done 2 dates in one day.
Yes.
All right, how was that?
It was actually fun.
Okay.
I think it's so exciting getting to know people, especially like you're weeding out your type and what you do want and what you don't want. Okay. So like going to lunch with one guy and it's like, oh, like it was great conversation, but maybe he checked his phone too much, or, you know, he didn't talk that much, or, you know, and then dinner, it's like, I got to be with this guy who, wow, he checks every box almost. Maybe he's not the height that I want him to be.
Not the height.
Which has happened to me. But, you know, it was cool. So it's like, I feel like you're learning yourself as you date, too. Yeah. Why would you settle down and just go with the first person that you're going on dates with whenever it's supposed to be about weeding out and finding your person? So, like, you can't just settle with the first person that's willing to give you what you want.
I agree. And Kayla is dropping gems for you.
Okay.
She's dropping gems for you.
I'm just saying.
Because you should date multiple at a time. If you can. Like, if you have that capacity where you're like, you want to date with me, I want to date with you, I'm going to go on multiple dates. I'm going to tell you why I said if you can. Because I did 2 dates in one day one time.
Okay.
And so, like, when I say if you can, it's not, like, shady. I'm saying it, like, because I did it and my ass was dumb about it. I remember back in the day, I was, like, 23. I picked the same area to have both dates.
Oh,
ended the one, had to run around, try to act like nothing happened, and then go to the other. It was very tiring. It was draining.
So we don't do that here.
Yeah. I should have, you made it make more sense. You said lunch and dinner. I think I did happy hour and dinner.
Ooh, that's where you went wrong. Right there, ladies, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't be me. Look, we gotta help me find him for a reason. Y'all gonna fucking help me. All right?
And I feel like a respectable man, though, and a man that knows what he wants, like, if it's a nigga that's, like, playing the field and giving you what you want to hear, but really, I just want to hit. I don't know if I'm going to settle down. I'm playing the field. They're not really going to be okay with it. The niggas that's going to be okay with it are the ones that are like, yeah, you know, I can understand that. Like, you're trying to figure out if I am the one for you.
Exactly.
You know
because it's about longevity. Like, if I'm going to sit down with you,
connection,
I need to know.
vibes.
Right.
Is it all organic? Because if it feels forced just because on paper we're 2 good people, it's not going to work. I went on dates and actually briefly dated someone last fall. I ain't going to say no name. That everything seemed perfect. Like, on paper, he's in the legal field like me. You know, it all seemed great. Great salary. Tall, dark, handsome. You know, it just still was not enough for me.
That's a good point.
Most women would have just jumped at it. A lot of my friends are like, oh, you're crazy. You should just stay with him and, you know, like,
no, you don't stay where you're not happy.
Yeah, you know, and it just, I feel like for me, he's more of a friend. Like, it just didn't ever give me that spark.
I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have to come back for another episode because I got a lot about paper. I feel like I meet a lot of men that are good on paper and you talk to them and you date them and you're like...
dry
Or they're not, like, that paper is nothing. Like, they're wild. They're batshit crazy. Like, they're fucking ridiculous.
Narcissists.
They're narcissists. Okay, because you're, like, amazing. You have this amazing job. You have a nice car. You have your own house. You get your shit together. You do shit for the community. And then I get you in a room and you are just a disrespectful piece of shit who just wants to only fuck and then also wants to act like you want to belittle my opinion.
Don't get me started. Listen, that's the last one I'm gonna share. But I briefly went on a few dates that a friend set me up with this man of another culture. I'd say he's black, but he's not. You know, he's not black.
He's the Latino.
No.
Oh, okay. I don't want to.
African.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like it's different. I don't judge, and I'm black.
It's definitely different cultures.
You know, it's different dating an African man than an American black man, and I like nickels. So it just wasn't enough for me. Like the connection wasn't there. But on paper, good job, makes 6 figures, has a nice ass house.
Okay. See, I dated an African guy too before.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. He's actually, I enjoyed it a lot. He fucked up, and let him tell it, he would say he didn't fuck up. But we actually had a great connection.
Really?
Everything was amazing.
See, mine was it's the broken English for me. It's such a turn
Oh,
off.
see, it wasn't.
Baby, come here, baby. Okay,
Kayla.
I'm sorry. I need to hear, a nigga talk to me, okay? Not...
So you want somebody to be like, hey, bitch, take them panties off. I ain't fucking playing with you.
Not bitch, take them panties off, but, I don't know. I just need, a...
I don't mind it because I honestly, but I'm also very I'm when it comes to dating and stuff, I'm very into trying different things.
Oh,
so
I was trying. I thought I was.
Yeah.
After that experience, never again.
I enjoyed it. You enjoy it. Oh, okay.
That's what I was getting
Okay.
at. He was kind of narcissistic, and he was trying to track my period. Cause
what the fuck?
Yes. Have you ever had a man try to track y'all period? Cause I haven't. But we went on a few dates. We're kicking it, whatever. We never had sex, and he wanted me to go on the trip to another place with him. I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
We go on vacation with him somewhere, and it's all, oh yeah, we're gonna go. I'm gonna pay for everything. You don't gotta worry about nothing. I just want to go have fun with my friends.
Okay.
Blah blah blah. We're gonna meet up with a bunch of my friends.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. So it gets closer to the week of the vacation, and he didn't buy my flight yet, but he's like, oh well, if you're still on your period, do you think that it's best that you go? Maybe we should just wait till you feel better.
So you feel better? Are you sick?
I said, is a period being sick? Because
just because you can't touch it doesn't mean it's
yes,
broke.
people still do things on their period. I would never base a trip based around my period. But
just do a lot of shit on
he
your
was
period.
just coming off too pressed for pussy, and I was just yeah, I'm going to ghost. You are not going to hear from me again. I don't care if you on paper are great, and I just can't do it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I 100% agree. I have to say, at the end of the day, that's why the body count thing kind of bothers me, because at the end of the day, some of you niggas got to go.
Ooh.
And maybe I didn't notice that in the beginning, but when I noticed it, you got to go.
They will lay it down. Great dick.
And you still got to go.
And then weeks later, you find out he ain't shit. So what do you got to go. What? I'm going to keep fucking ain't shit, nigga.
I can't do it. This is not the ages that your mama grew up in.
Because of the,
the dickmatized.
Yeah, being dickmatized for sure.
I've been there.
I'm good for that.
Okay.
I'm good for that. Don't lay it down on me, because now I love you. I want to cook you dinner. Where you going, babe?
And you could cook. We're going to get into that. You could cook.
We go together. Where you going? Real bad. Real bad.
We go together real bad. Okay, Carisha. Carisha, please.
For real. That's how it be.
No, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you should take your time to get to know somebody, because sex can discombobulate shit. Mm-hmm. I do agree with that. I don't want that to be taken out of context.
Yeah, for sure.
Take your time and get to know these men and see if they're right for you. But if you do, for some reason, decide to give in or give a little pussy because you felt like giving the pussy up, because you can make that choice. Mm-hmm. Don't feel like you have to worry about body count and shit like that. That's none of your business unless you make it your business, or if he makes it his business. But if he's worried about your body count, he probably needs to go talk to his mom or go talk to a therapist, because you're worried about the wrong things.
Yeah.
As I said, you're thinking small. You need to be thinking big, bitch. Think bigger, bitch.
Facts.
So no, thank you for joining us about our TikTok review. As you always know, actually you may not know this, so let me slow it down. Ooh. With a guest, we get to watch their video. Ooh. So we're going to talk about her viral video in a second when we come back. But also, after that, we're going to do a story time. Ooh. And the story times are always juicy. It's always the favorite part. So you're going to want to
none of you niggas is safe.
To wait. No. If you didn't know, none of you are safe. This might be your 13th reason why.
Ooh. Lord Jesus.
We'll see y'all in a minute, though. So we are back. As I mentioned, I have a special guest with me today. And this is not to be taken lightly. This is Bomb_Blasian, 2 N's, okay? We are not playing.
She said Big B.
Big B.
Not
2
the
B's,
one.
double B. Don't play. Listen, Kayla, she does her thing on TikTok.